Yeah.
On a serious note, my favorite part of the entire show is the emotion you guys put into your faces when you act. And I want to know what it takes to get that emotion into your faces.
That's a tough question.
What it takes to get the emotion into my face? That's what I gotta say. I don't know that there's a lot of thought in like transferring it from here to here. I think once it gets into here, it just shows up there. And that's really the best. Yeah, it's a lot of times it's just listening and reacting accordingly to what's happening. And if your mind is open, and this is going to sound cheesy, like a K Jewelers commercial, and your heart is open, then the emotion just kind of comes as it comes, and it generally ends up on your face.
Jensen and I think we both talk about it a lot. My least favorite direction I've ever heard, and it hasn't been given to me because I'm an emotional guy, so it's easy for me to get emotional. But when I hear a director say to somebody like, "Hey, this is, are you going to cry?" You're like, not to me, but to a guest star or whoever else. You're like, you don't know, and there's nothing worse than seeing a performance on TV or a movie where somebody is not crying, and so they're fake crying or like really putting it on. It's just such a put-off. One of the best things I ever read, it was a quote by Robert De Niro, where he was saying human nature is generally not to go like, here's me crying, I'm sad, but to hold it back. And it's that line between like you see somebody whose body and heart wants to cry, but their mind wants to hold it back. And they're saying like, fight it, fight it, fight it. That's what's exciting, and that's what's intriguing, and that's what's human nature. And we've all had times where we're like, all right, hell with it, I just gotta cry this one out. And you do it willingly, but most of the time when you're legitimately brought to tears, you almost don't want yourself to be brought to tears. You know, you're like, hold it back, all right, you're all right, buddy, you know, and then it happens. And to me, that's where a lot of the emotional magic is for like tears. But otherwise, it all comes from just a passion for these characters. I love Sam, you know, and Dean. I love Dean Winchester like a brother. I'll never meet the guy because he's fictional, and so is Sam. But I love them like brothers, you know. And so putting yourself in their position when they're getting emotional, it's easy to kind of channel it and find that spot. Yeah, thank you.
Hey.
I think that everybody just kind of fell a little bit more in love with you, Jared. With your story.
I didn't. Thank you.
So, you got renewed for season 11. Yay!
Yeah, thanks guys.
Do you know anything about the season? Do you know what's in store? Like,
I know every single thing that the writers know, which is goose egg. Yeah, they really don't know.
They don't know. They don't have like
there's not a season
12-year plan.
There's not yet a season finale for season 10.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But this is why they are in this profession, because they are incredibly creative and they come up with stories to tell that are compelling, and I have all the faith in them that they will deliver. So,
where would you like to see it go then?
where would I like to see it go?
I'd like to see season 11 go to season 12.
I do think though that there's some small changes that we can make in season 11 that I think would help propel the story a little bit more, like salt-filled hula hoops.
Did you ever hula hoop around your neck?
Dude, I had one on the arm, one on the leg, one around the waist.
Oh, that's disturbing. That's like a feat of athleticism right there.
I would also guess your weight for 3 tickets.
You're in a stuffed animal if you get to win. Oh, wait. I don't know. I don't know where I want to see it go. It's always so difficult. And the writers, I think they don't. It's not like they're not doing their job. But if they were thinking about season 11, then the rest of season 10 would probably suck. So I think they're just they kind of live like Sam and Dean, or like y'all guys. It's week to week. You know, like we don't know what's going to happen next week. And I used to have hopes and dreams for what would happen, but they're all smothered and shattered. They all grew up in a flurry of perdition. So I just kind of go with the flow. I kind of think of my job like Sam thinks of his job. Like I'm going to pick up the newspaper and see what's next. But I have no idea. So, if y'all are willing to come along for the ride, then I think we'll be all right.
Thank you for all.
Yeah, ding, ding, ding.
I'm sorry you saw that.
Thanks. Yeah. Genevieve,
did you get that?
I heard it.
Did you get that over there?
Loud and clear. Hi.
Hi. I just wanted to let you know I'm from Egypt, and you have a lot of fans
From
there.
Egypt?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You should come on. They have a lot of fans there. I have a question for each of you. Jensen, if you would ever write an episode, how you would envision the plot for it? And Jared, I'm curious, would you ever consider writing or directing an episode? Thank you.
Writing or
directing an episode.
Or directing?
I'll go first. Mine's simple. I'm certainly not a writer. That is a talent that I just don't possess. I've always found that I enjoy reading stories. I have friends that are writers, and I enjoy they've often come to me and been like, hey, I want you to help me write the script. And I often find that I'm just not good at conceptualizing. But if you give me a concept, and I could expand on that, or I could tailor that, or I could do stuff like that. So that's not a realm that I just don't think I would.
So you wouldn't consider it?
No, I would consider maybe co-writing if somebody came up with a premise, and then I would help them maybe tailor it to more of a supernatural episode. But yeah, I second guess myself too much when it comes to conceptualize. That's why I don't write music. I don't write scripts. I don't write anything. I'm illiterate.
He can't read good. I am not necessarily interested in writing dialogue. However, I probably would like the idea of probably more of a producer job where it's very kind of macro conceptualization. I'm not super interested in directing at this point in my life. Maybe someday, but not right now. But I would love to be involved in the putting together of an episode. I think I'd be great in casting. I think I'm really good at knowing who can act and who can't. I mean it. I'm not saying I'm the best actor in the world, but I think I know who can act and who cannot. I can watch somebody for a couple minutes, but they suck. Be like, wow, they're really good, you know. So I think I'd be great in casting of some sort, or putting together like this person would be great with that person, or those persons. See, I'm not a writer. So maybe in that kind of arena.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hey.
So my first tattoo was a supernatural tattoo, and I know a lot of people who have like the anti-possession tattoos. And I was wondering if you guys
if Sam was ever going to get that again so that he is not able to just be possessed by random demons.
I think he should. I think he's kind of an idiot for not getting it. I think it's one of those things that will probably, my assumption is that we'll probably just cross that bridge next time Sam has to have his shirt off. No, I feel like it's kind of, you know, you don't, we don't have, please take your shirt off. I don't think we have to, now I'm all nervous. We don't have to.
Take it off, dude.
I had to deal with you hula hooping. So, oh, a buck? A buck?
You did not earn that dollar.
We don't have to deal with it just yet.
Sit down, Stephen Amell. Okay.
If I look like Matt Cohen, I would take my shirt off.
If I look like Matt Cohen, I wouldn't own a shirt.
Just onesies. I can't take it off. We'll probably find out next time Sam has to have a shirt. I'm getting nervous.
You're sweating.
I love you, thank you.
I love you back. Yeah, thank you.
Hi.
Yeah, and I love you.
Hi, my question is for Jared. This is concerning angelic fingerprints. So we know that when an angel possesses a person, they leave a bit of their grace behind. Can we assume that there is a bit of Lucifer's dormant in Sam?
Wow. She's on to us.
I think that's probably a safe assumption. I do. And I think we saw Castiel extract most of Gadriel's, or most of the grace that Sam had left in that episode last season. But I don't think he really concerned himself with Lucifer's grace, so maybe I do. I hope so, because that was fun.
So it would be,
Yeah.
so we can say it's dormant because Lucifer is back on stage.
I guess so, yeah. You're smarter than I am. I'd have to ask you. I think so. That's actually a great idea. Maybe season 11.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Very cool.
What if Lucifer came back inside Sam and Demon Dean came back? And then it was full-on holy war between, and then Metatron and Castiel joined forces to fight Lucifer and Demon Dean. This is why I'm not a writer, because that sucks. That's the best I can do.
And then there are aliens.
There's somebody out there who's like, I think it's a great idea. And that's Richard Spade. He's probably somewhere. What? A lot of love in this room. You know that? There's a lot of love.
I'm loving the love.
Phoenix is bringing the love. Even you, sir. I can feel it from you. He's like, yeah, absolutely. Right. I know what's on the horizon. Hi.
Hi, my name's Waverly, and I have a question for both of you.
Hi, Waverly. I'm Jensen. And this is Rich. Jared.
I'm wondering, how do you think the show would be different if all the genders were switched?
What about for people who are genderless like Misha?
Yeah, I'm not sure you'd notice much of a difference there.
think the show would be pretty kick-ass. I think I'd watch it. Who would be Sam? Jen.
What well-known movie actress would you pick for the two leads?
I would make Sam.
Amber Heard? Oh yeah.
Wait, really? What's
I
that?
would make Sam his wife.
Okay.
And
Safe answer, but okay.
Wait. And who would you make Ruby?
Ooh. You. Just like set her up on that one.
I love how proud of yourself you were.
And also, no, wait, what about Dean?
I would make you Britney Spears.
I was going to say that. That's exactly
Britney Spears, huh? A good Louisiana girl that has just enough crazy in her, I like it.
She's definitely got the crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Taylor Swift. Who would be Misha? Who would be Castiel?
Dude's like, Castiel. Misha would be Misha.
I think I would make Misha. That's a hard one. I would make him.
Jennifer Lopez. Y'all suck at casting. That's it? Very fun.
Oprah.
Zoe Deschanel. That's cool. Thank you very much for that fun trip down.
Whatever lane that was.
Whatever lane that
Awesome.
I love you both. There are more than both of you. However many of you there are, I love you all.
I'm Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
Hi.
That's Jensen.
I was just wondering, out of all the characters, like different characters or versions of yourself that played on the show, which one do you think is most important plot-wise?
Most important plot lines? Most important is tough. I'll say that probably the one that I had the most fun with was, for reasons probably obvious to those who know my personal life, was the sort of like demon blood Sam. That was a fun one for me. And I met somebody that I got along with. So I had a lot of fun doing demon blood Sam. I didn't hear him. So I think I had a lot of fun during season 4. I love that, and I think you're kind of going through it this year with the Mark of Cain. It's really funny to play a character that's kind of super powerful all of a sudden. You kind of start to feel it. You're like, yeah, this is cool. Like, all these
but I don't have some hot chick to make out with all the time.
It's true. You're Castiel.
You mean Zoe Deschanel?
That's probably my answer, Shannon.
Most important version of Dean to the plot, or Sam? Both. I would say their normal versions are probably the most important to the plot.
Yeah, but what season?
I'd say those are pretty much that's the common denominator with all of this. So that's the most important thing.
And I think season 1, Sam and Dean were pretty. That set the whole stage, right? So.
In fact, at some point soon, I hope, I would like the brothers to get back to fully normal, and whatever that is in the supernatural world, and start to fight for other people as opposed to fighting for each other. Even though it's cool that, Sam is fighting for Dean and, he's got the Mark of Cain, and when Sam had, Demon Blood was going through all that, Dean was fighting for Sam, and there's this constant, fighting for each other and never gonna let the other one give up. But at some point, I want them both to get back on par, get in the car together, and go save people.
It is the family business. Thank you, Shannon. Your dog.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are we,
Hey, hello.
Don't mind us.
Yeah, no.
Answer your question.
Are we getting close to the next question?
Not yet, though.
We're getting close.
We're not there.
We're not there yet.
Okay. Hi.
Hi, my name's Royal, and you guys are beyond handsome, by the way.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
My question is, besides each other, who would you choose as your man crush and why?
Well, eeny, meeny, miny, miny. Now, Richard would have my eternal man crush if only he kept his mustache.
I could grow it back. I knew that was a mistake to shave.
Yeah.
I'll say this. A couple seasons ago, when I was trying to get real big and strong, one of our crew members on set got me a signed autograph of The Rock because they knew how much I thought he was a badass. I was like, he's big, dude. Like, I want to be like The Rock.
You're not supposed to actually have a man crush. It's like a guilty pleasure.
Oh, yeah, no. I think The Rock is pretty badass. If I could... He seems like a cool dude. Huge. Steven. We're his man crush.
Guys, you know what time it is?
Thank you, Wild.
Can we get a little music for, I think you know what
Last
it's
question?
for?
Oh,
It's time.
it's the last question.
Last question of the panel.
It's last question of the panel. It's last question of the panel.
It's the last one.
Last question of the
Ain't no more questions. That's the last one.
Last question.
Not happening.
Last question.
Here we go. For this young lady to take the question, the very last question, and ask the thing that you wanted to ask, the thing that you have in your mind, you've been thinking about for days. You spent half your salary getting to this day, and now she's willing to ask the question that means so much to you. She's going to encompass all your thoughts.
Richard. Yeah, you're done.
I was wondering what your favorite pranks were pulled on set, either pulled by you or on you, for each of you.
That's a tough one. All right, that's your question.
You know, there's a common target on set.
It rhymes with Keisha Mullins.
Yes. And a lot of times, our plans of pranking him get leaked out to him. And he takes certain precautions to thwart our plans. However, there have been a few successful pies in the face. There have been a few successful script replacements. Script replacement, yeah. There have been a few successful mandatory wardrobe changes for him. And the pranks have gotten so bad sometimes that he will refuse to do his coverage with us on the soundstage. Mind you, this is a scene that he's in with Sam and Dean, and he's telling the director and the producers, I'm not going to do my coverage if they're still on the soundstage.
Kick us off.
So he would actually have us removed from the studio so that he could perform with whoever was reading our lines. So those, I'm serious.
Kicked off your own show. We got kicked off our own show.
Not a word of a lie.
No, he was teetering between like really losing his mind and just walking off set. We push the envelope sometimes with him.
So, you said a lot. I'll say there's a soft spot in my heart for a prank that happened season 2 or 3 by the late great Kim Manners, where he was the director and he was also the producer. So if we're wasting time on set, if we're wasting time on set, it doesn't matter because he's the producer anyways, right? And so Sam Medina's supposed to be crawling down this sewage pipe. And he decided that
it was a set. It was a set that they built up on a soundstage. So it wasn't a real sewer pipe, but it was a. Well, no, that actually helps his thing because once you get to the bottom, there's nowhere to go. Because it's just a. You get to the bottom. You're like, okay, now did we get the shot? Now we can climb back up and out of this manhole. And we got all the way down. I remember another one of the producers comes up and he's like, "Hey, I heard you got the. This is how long ago it was. I heard you got that new iPhone. Can I see it?" I'm like, yeah, here, check it out. We gotta go do the shot real quick, but yeah, go play around. He just was getting it out of my pocket for what was about to happen.
Which was like about 15 gallons of ice cold water poured on us when we were helpless. 2 of us down by Kim Manners.
And then, the whole crew just lifted up, it was like, Bill Belichick at the end of the Super Bowl. Except in a confined
Except you hadn't won anything.
No.
Yeah.
In fact, we were the losers in this instance. And that was a pretty fun one. But you know what? It's never a dull moment on set. Somebody's always getting pranked in some way, shape, or another. And we hope you never have to work in a work environment like that because it's brutal.
A work environment with us.
Yes.
Thank you for your.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question. Last question of the panel. Last question. Last question. You got that? Last question. That was off the road. Last question. Although I love the last question bit of the panel, it also saddens my heart because it means it is time to bid adieu, at least from a stage perspective, to these 2 young men. Please, round of applause for Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki.